I commend the police for the work they do and when they protect the community. But what I've found growing up coming to Caribana is that you would have a lot of officers and a lot of ETF, and what the officers were doing, it was intimidating to the people participating in the parade. Horses would come out and push people off the streets. Officers would move people along on Yonge Street. And
let's be honest, this is not Trinidad. You can't sit outside, and this is Canada, you can't sit outside with your rum and sit there and drink in Canada like we used to do back home.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
I'm not saying to do that. I
don't have the right to at least
if that's the case, sure. But when you're just standing there with your friends talking and the officer's telling you move along in a stern voice, aggressive and intimidating, that's different than, sir, I know you're having a good time, but can you please move along? Like, that's totally different. I was threatened by a cop walking down Yonge Street.
And I'm going to tell you something. I think the best thing to do right here is have you sit face to face with an officer. That way we can get to the bottom of this, because there's nothing better than hearing it from, quote unquote, the horse's mouth. We're going to come back, right, with Roderick Chung from the Toronto Police Department. If you don't mind sticking around just for another minute.
I can stick around for a minute.
I would love for you to ask him those questions and see how you guys can work this out. And then we're going to get into some other issues here, talking about Caribana.
Right.
We'll be back in a minute.